All right. This is Bucko's Locker. Shouts out to all my bandits that's following the channel. Shouts out to everybody in the Bucs community. This is Bucko's Locker. Coming to you again. Subscribe to the channel as new videos come up on this channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell icon to notify you all new videos that's posted on this channel. We rocking, folks. The 2020 season is near. Couple more weeks to go, folks. The Bucs are in practice mode. They're gearing up. They're getting in shape. You know what time it is, folks. 2020 season is about to be off the chain. Now, you know I've been doing videos for the last, few years about the Bucs. This season is going to be fun and very different with all the stuff that's going on the outside amongst the nation, around the world. But as you can see, this video, and I've been making videos, starting to ramp them up now, we're going to be talking about the Bucs in different areas, from free agents to second string to starters. But this particular video, as you can see, it's about the tight ends. It's about the tight ends, folks. We all know what's going on with the tight end situation. Signed Gronkowski a couple months ago. Social media went up in flames, or went up into a uproar about it. It was a lot of hype surrounded about, Brady reconnected with Gronkowski. Brady basically told Light and Arians, hey, get me my best friend. Brady is like the assistant GM, as you know, I'm not a fan of Light, but Brady is the assistant GM. He plays a part in player personnel selection and what's going down on the team. I mean, he got 20 years in the game, so you got to have some type of power, right? You got LaShawn McCoy here, right? You know what I'm saying? So who's going to have the biggest impact on this team? We got it. I mean, it's pretty obvious where I'm going with this. I mean, it's going to be Gronkowski. I mean, as of right now, we don't know what's going to happen during the season, but going into the season, the biggest impact, in my opinion, will be Rob Gronkowski. Yes, he's 31 years old. Yes, his bones and his bumps and bruises he's occurred over the years with New England. Missed a lot of games, missed a season, a lot of injuries. He played through them, but he's graded out the top tight end every year, like 7 to 8 straight years, until 2018 when he graded out like number 12. And then he didn't play last year because he was the 24/7. He started venturing off doing other things. He was the 24/7 WWE champion for a brief amount of time until Tom Brady said, "Hey, get your butt over here and help me." This is going to be interesting with Gronk and OJ and Cameron Brate. And each tight end has a unique way of impacting and being impactful on the team, per se, right? So we all know Gronkowski is very talented. Big target for Tom Brady. He's very comfortable. Brady knows how Gronkowski runs his routes, and I guarantee you, Brady will use Gronkowski heavy. Anytime Gronkowski's in the field, there is a high probability that ball is going to Gronkowski. Now, OJ Howard and Cameron Brate will get their catches. But the biggest impact going into the season is Gronkowski, because you got to do something with that guy. He might have lost a step or half a step, but he's still a threat. Now, will Arians and Byron Leftwich, preserve Gronkowski throughout the season? Should they? In my opinion, once again, yes. Do not use him up during the season. Use him in pockets, especially in the red zone. And the combination of Gronkowski and Cameron Brate in the red zone will be deadly with Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. Whew! Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Cameron Brate, Gronkowski in the red zone? Oh, man. But we're going to see on that one, too. We'll get into that in a little bit down the road in this video. But Gronkowski will help this team in a lot of areas. You know, leadership, how to win. He will teach Cameron Brate and OJ how to practice, how to go get it, be fearless. Because, you know, y'all already know how I feel about OJ Howard. Soft. He's playing soft. And, you know, we'll get into OJ Howard in a second, but back to Gronkowski. He will help in the blocking game, especially at right tackle. He will help Tristan very much. He will help him set the edge. Now, can you just use Gronkowski strictly as a blocking tight end? You can, but he's too talented to be just blocking all the time. He will help Tristan enough, but sometimes Tristan gonna have to hold up one-on-one, and I believe he has the athleticism to do it. I mean, at Iowa, you know, Iowa produces good linemen. You know, I think he's going to be a future left tackle in Tampa, you know, but that's another story. I digress on that because y'all know I'm not a big fan of, you know, Donovan Smith. But at right tackle, he'll be able to learn and develop. And then you'll have Gronkowski helping him out. And OJ Howard is a very good blocking tight end when he want to be. When he gets engaged. I don't know, something's going on with OJ Howard mentally. But Gronkowski will be a big help in the blocking, in the run blocking, even in pass blocking, and also the red zone. Now, you look at OJ Howard, that's the next tight end I'm going to talk about. This is his make or break season. It's time for OJ Howard to really come to a zone and show his potential. We're tired of talking about his potential. The Bucs did not pick up his fifth-year contract. His fifth-year option. Fifth-year option. They didn't pick it up because they want to see, like, we don't want to cut this dude loose and he goes somewhere and, you know, balls out like Eric Ebron did with the Colts or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to be careful, but at some point, man, this season he's going to have to put up because he came up during the trading deadline last year, and I think if he's not performing, his name will come up again this year before the trade deadline. We could have traded him last year to New England for a second or third round, I believe. And the Bucs wanted the first rounder. And this is one of them Jason Licht's first round picks that he's trying to make sure he don't look bad by not cutting him or trading him. And he's already blew a couple first round picks, set the team back, you know, a few years doing that. You know, when you miss on first round picks, that is a telltale sign. When you miss on the number one pick in the draft, when you miss on, I think Vernon Hargreaves was number like 11 in 2016 draft, I believe. Memory serves me correct, but Vernon Hargreaves, first round pick. The third string quarterback of the New Orleans Saints, the first pick in 2015 draft. OJ Howard, first round pick 2007. I forgot. I'm just all messed up with my years, but y'all get where I'm going with this. You can't miss on first round picks. You know, can't miss on first round picks. Just can't do that. It's unacceptable. OJ Howard got to put up or shut up. No more fumbling the ball and can't catch the ball and dropping balls, not running the right routes or not engaged in the game. No more of that. Them days is over with. Because, you know, Bruce Arians already looking at OJ Howard. And I think he's going to have a short leash. And I hate to say it like that, but he's going to have a short... Boy, he not going to have no room for messing up. We know about the interceptions last year with the third string quarterback of the New Orleans Saints. But OJ Howard caused two of those interceptions on his own. Not being able to catch the ball. And that's been one of the OJ Howard's problems. Now, his second year in the league, he graded out like number 2 in the NFL and PFF. But then he had a huge drop-off. So it's just weird with OJ Howard. I don't know. Is it mentally? What's going on with that guy? The guy got sheer talent. He got the speed. He got the height. He got the blocking ability. He just needs to put it all together for this season because this season is special. And we don't have time for OJ Howard's lollygagging and costing, creating turnovers on his own. He created 2 turnovers on his own. Bad interceptions because of OJ Howard not catching the ball. Of course, the third string quarterback of the New Orleans Saints got to blame, but you get where I'm going with this. OJ Howard got to be engaged. He got to be engaged, man. Just got to be engaged. Just put it all together and show us what you really got. Show us what you really got. I mean, come on. I mean, what are we doing here? First round pick, number 1 tight end in the draft. You got chose before guys that we could have had been more impactful. So you got to show what you can do in the field. Because if this doesn't work out, this is another a bad mark on Jason Licht. And y'all know I'm not a fan of Jason Licht's draft picks in certain areas, in certain rounds. I digress on that too. So if this doesn't work out, this will be the 3rd first round pick during Jason Licht's tenure as the GM that did not work out, that he had a hand picking. That's not good. So OJ Howard, if this video get to you, bruh, just get on the field and show the talent, man. You got talent. Stop playing soft and scary. Get engaged. Get focused. And Gronkowski will help you become the tight end you're supposed to be. Because that's what we want to see as Bucs fans. We don't want to see you moping and soaping and all looking all sad on the sideline. Because Bruce Arians not playing with you, OJ Howard. He's not playing with you. Now, the next tight end. Cameron Brate. Okay? Serviceable. Well, lately he's been serviceable. Last year he was serviceable. He was hurt last year too. But in 2016 and 2017, during Dort Cutter's offense, he put up some pretty good numbers in both of those years. 2018, I don't know what happened, injuries or what, the playing time decreased. I don't know what happened. I think they was waiting on OJ Howard to break out, and OJ Howard kind of did, But we're going to see, right? So Cameron Brate is very reliable. His hands has been kind of, his hands is it's okay. He don't have elite hands. He doesn't have elite speed. He's not the most athletic guy. He's not a blocking tight end, but he's a red zone threat. He runs certain routes very good. The seam route, he runs the seam route very well. If you're asking Cameron Brate to run these crazy tight end routes like Kelsey and Kittle and Jared Cook and Darren Waller or Eric Ebron or Dallas Goedert or Dallas Cowboys tight end, Austin Hooper, Tyler Higbee. He's not that type of tight end. He's a red zone tight end now. If you look at OJ Howard and Gronkowski, I think the one guy that's going to kind of cast away a little bit is Cameron Brate. Like I told y'all already know. I spoke on this already with Bruce Arians and his usage of tight ends. Yikes! Bruce Arians' offense is not tight end centric. It's just not going to happen. So Cameron Brate, I don't know, man. You might be the oddball out, and you're gonna get some playing time. But when the Bucs offense come on that field and they line up in the 12 personnel, it's probably gonna be OJ Howard and Gronkowski because of the potential with them two on the field together. There's no shade to Cameron Brate, but compared to those two guys, Cameron Brate just don't add up. Even though he's reliable, OJ Howard and Gronkowski just sounds better. And that's what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you're going to see in the 12 personnel. And Cameron Brate will get his chance to catch the ball. He'll get his chance. But what's more explosive? Gronkowski and OJ Howard or Gronkowski, Brate? OJ Howard, Brate, what's more explosive? In my opinion, Gronkowski, OJ Howard. You put the best guys on the field. And OJ Howard, I think he can excel with Gronkowski on that field versus Brate. And we seen how that looked. We seen how those two looked last year with OJ Howard and Cameron Brate on the field. Speaking of that, I did a little digging. PFF came out with their tight end, rankings going into the 2020 season, top 15 tight ends, and switching gears a little bit. Gronkowski was ranked number 3 after a year off. A whole year off. Comes back and PFF ranks him number 3. That's how much PFF thinks of Gronkowski. Because, the reason why I'm using PFF because everybody uses that to pretty much kind of say, hey, this is how the player really looks. I mean, everybody doesn't agree with PFF, but a lot of Bucs fans do. And they like to use that to say this is what it is. And that's fine. But I always go to other areas and try to see if there's a consistency across the board, not just with PFF, but other sites too. And in other ones, they have Gronkowski ranked high too. So, but I said, well, okay, top 15 tight ends. Okay, where's OJ Howard and Cameron Brate? Neither one are found in the top 15. And that's understandable. They didn't play well. They didn't play good last year, especially OJ Howard. And Cameron Brate was hurt in that lineup. Bruce Arians don't use tight ends like that. So they didn't grade out well, according to PFF. And according to Football Outsiders. Because, I like to go a little bit deeper. I want to see some consistency. I don't want to just go off of one site. Just like when some of the Bucs fans, I had to sidetrack a little bit. Some of the Bucs fans would use the DVOA for the defense, ranked number 5. Cool. But you know me, Buckles Locker. I like to paint the whole picture. I like to go a little bit deeper and say, well, let me see if the DVOA or Football Outsiders got any information on Cameron Brate and OJ Howard. Since the Bucs fans can use, since there's a group of Bucs fans that like to use the DVOA from last season to describe the defense, well, let's talk about the tight ends then. But before I get to that, PFF had OJ Howard graded out as a 54.7, by the way, and Cameron Brate 66.3. If that means anything. So they didn't. The average is 70. They didn't even grade out as an average player. So they were a negative. And I went to Football Outsiders. Maybe they might see something different. So I went to Football Outsiders. This is OJ Howard and Cameron Brate out of 48 tight ends. DYAR. That pretty much sums up the total value of that player, that tight end. Out of 48 tight ends, the total value for OJ Howard was 37, positive 37. That was 19th out of 48 tight ends. Cameron Brate, negative 3, 32 out of 48. Interesting. That's total value of that player. So OJ Howard had more value than Cameron Brate last year by a long shot, by 30 plus 34. This is why I'm telling y'all OJ Howard will be on the field more than Cameron Brate. He's more of a plus than the negative. Cameron Brate is a negative. Okay? In my opinion. Out of all 3 tight ends, you have to rank them. DVOA for each player. This is value per play. Not total value. Value per play. OJ Howard, 3.2%. That's 18th out of 48. Cameron Brate, negative 8%. 32 out of 48 tight ends. Yikes. Once again, this is not me, folks. This is what Football Outsiders do. They break it down. Per play, Cameron Brate was a negative. Don't get mad at me. I'm just pointing it out. Because I like to paint the whole picture when you talk about tight ends and the rest of the team. TEAM. All caps. And also, I looked at the catch rate. I want to see what the catch rate looked like. OJ Howard, 64% catch rate. Ranked 35th out of 48 tight ends. Cameron Brate, 30th at 65% catch rate. 30th out of 48 tight ends. So both tight ends' catch rate was not great. When it was basically, when you got the chance to catch the ball and the ball hit your hands, that's a catchable ball. And they didn't catch the ball very well last year, especially OJ Howard. I'm surprised he was ranked 35. I thought he was going to be like 47th. But that was out of 48 tight ends, folks. Both of those guys were in the 30s. in catching the ball. The catch percentage wasn't great. So, to just give you an idea of OJ Howard and Cameron Brate, total value, OJ Howard is the player that you want to play more than Cameron Brate, which goes back to, like I said before, OJ Howard has more value than Cameron Brate because of his skill set. And no offense to Cameron Brate, it's just OJ Howard just a better overall player. Even though Cameron Brate is more consistent in certain areas, but you get more value playing OJ Howard. Football Outsiders tell you this. The DVOA at 3.2% is 18th out of 48. Cameron Brate's DVOA is -8. 32 out of 48. So I'm pretty sure they see this. And they're going to give OJ Howard every chance to get out there and show what he got. I hope they do. Because after the season, there can be a whole turnover with the tight end situation. Rob Gronkowski's here for 1 year. He's here for 1 year. $9.5 million. Guaranteed. OJ Howard. This is it. If he does a good job, he gets an extension. Cameron Brate, no more guaranteed money for him after this. So he can be gone. So we can see a whole new turnover next year at tight end. So this is a very pivotal season for that position. Because it can look totally different next year. We're going to see. We're going to see. And Tom Brady has the weapons galore to choose from. In the middle of the field, that 12 personnel will be utilized quite a bit. I think it'll be utilized at least, I'm going to say upwards to 70 to 75% of the time. You're going to see the 12 personnel. That's one running back, two tight ends. That's just my opinion. Because the amount of tight ends that you have on that team, that's one is elite if he plays up, one is elite if everything checks off. Gronkowski. OJ Howard can be above average if he plays to his potential. And Cameron Brate is serviceable, reliable in certain situations, in certain routes. So there you have it. The tight end committee is top 5 in the NFL right now. And Gronkowski obviously boosted that up, of course, with his high ranking in the PFF and stuff like that. His presence boosted up the tight end situation, just like Brady boosted up the Bucs roster ranking. If Brady wasn't here, they probably would have had the Bucs roster ranked probably like between 15 and 19. But Brady here, the Brady and Gronkowski has boosted the Bucs roster rankings up. Gronkowski has boosted the tight end rankings up. Because without Gronkowski, they wouldn't have put the Bucs in the top 10 as far as tight ends. But adding Gronkowski elevates the Bucs tight end situation to top 5. See the difference of 2 players? 2 players make a big difference on this team. Gronkowski and Tom Brady. So I'm looking forward to seeing how Brady spread this ball out amongst the tight ends. I don't see neither one of these tight ends catching over 50 balls. It's all opinion. You can challenge my opinion. It's okay. It's just my opinion. I don't see any tight end on this team catching over 50 balls. If any one of those guys catch over 50 balls, I'll be shocked. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna front. I'll be shocked if any one of these guys catch over 50 balls. Yep. If Gronkowski reaches 55, 60 catches, I'll be like, wow. Which means Godwin and Evans catches go down too. And OJ Howard, you get one going with this. But I do expect Gronkowski to get at least 6 to 8 touchdowns total. And OJ Howard to get about 6 and Brady get about 3 or 4. And once again, I'm just taking a guess. I'm guessing. It's all speculation. But we're going to see. I'm looking forward to the tight ends. I'm looking forward to seeing how Bruce Arians implement these 3 tight ends all together using the 12 personnel. Or shoot, try even 13. on short downs and short downs, third and ones, fourth and ones, going there with 13. One running back, 3 tight ends. And right before the snaps, split out Gronkowski. You know what I'm saying? One-on-one. Fade. Good luck stopping Gronkowski on the fade in the red zone with 3 tight ends. Claire, OJ Howard, and Gronkowski. Split Gronkowski out. Fade it up. Good luck. But we're going to see, man. We're going to see. Tight ends, man. It's time to get it in. With that being said, I appreciate you coming and checking out Bucko's Locker. Subscribe to the channel. Like the channel, share my videos. With that being said, to all my bandits out there, keep y'all heads up, stay safe, stay healthy. Everybody across the Bucs community, same for y'all. Take care of your families. Use your PPEs. Cover it up. With that being said, fire those cannons. Seize the day. Raise the flag. No risk it. No biscuit. And no excuses. Super Bowl or bust. Bucko's Locker out. Peace.